All right. Welcome, one and all, to the Off the Rails Sports Podcast. I am your host, John, and we are going to have a recap for Saturday. There's quite a busy day in the world of sports. Hope you're doing well. Hit that like and subscribe button, it means a lot to us. And away we go. Um, I guess the first thing is I've got to be a little, I've got to own it. Going into the British Open, we've completed round 3 of 4 on Saturday. I said Scotty Scheffler, there was something wrong. I just didn't buy it. I thought that the comments he made about, there's more to life than golf, I thought that was a warning sign. Everybody else in the sports media landscape, said Hosanna on high. This is a man who's very introspective. This is a deep thinker. This is Nevsky. This is Socrates. This is an elevated level of thinking. It isn't just about winning. He wants to win, but he's thinking about the deeper purpose. All right. I guess I'm wrong. I said, the people I liked were McIntyre, Lowry, McIlroy going into this event. And I'm wrong. Scotty Scheffler is going to smoke the field. Going into round 4, he's got a 4-stroke lead. He looks unbeatable. He looks like Tiger did back in his heyday. Tiger, the among the many great things he sure wasn't a great person. But when he had the lead after 3 rounds, he closed the deal. That dude was the ultimate closer. I think one of the few times it ever happened. I think the only time in a major was when he lost to Yang at the PGA. And there's backstories about he had a lot of turmoil going on behind the scenes. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. He lost that one. And Scotty, I think, there's really, the closest competitors 4 back. We look at the leaderboard. It's not very impressive. I thought Rory McIlroy was going to do a little more on Saturday. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. But Scotty shot a beautiful 67, bogey free, 4 under par. Fitzpatrick, he's 5 back. Rory McIlroy is 6 back. Tyrrell Hatton, he has got the shortest fuse this side of dynamite. He's 8 under. I thought Shoffley played very, very well. Just too much to make up. Kind of like Bryson DeChambeau after the 78 in the first round. He's had 2 very good rounds, but it was just too little, too late. Robert McIntyre, he's 8 back. Sorry, not enough. Not going to get you there. And let's just give him the claret jug. Let's move on to the FedEx Cup. Scotty is just the dominant player in golf. Doesn't really matter the surface. I thought that on the slow greens, the fescue greens, he'd have a real hard time. He didn't seem to do very well at the Scottish Open last week. Okay, I'll own it when I'm wrong. That's it. All right, let's get also to the world of boxing. Alexander Usyk is now your undisputed heavyweight champion. This gentleman is great. He now holds all 5 titles simultaneously. He beat DeBow, 5th-round knockout. He dominated this fight. He knocked him down with a hook. Then he finished him off. And he said this was going to be the penultimate fight, basically saying, hey, this is the last one, the next to last one. People are lining up. Tyson Fury, who's already lost to him twice, says that they are going to fight in April. Usyk was very coy after the fight. He said that he will look at it. He'll see. He holds all the cards. Honestly, let's enjoy the moment because one of these organizations is going to strip him very soon. Just what it is. Five organizations. Somebody's going to want their guy to get up there, their number one contender, and basically Usyk can call the shots. He can fight whoever he wants. He can fight Joshua. He can fight Fury. He could fight me. It'd probably be a pretty easy fight for him. One day I'll have to tell you my Mike Tyson story. But kudos to Alexander Usyk, the Ukrainian. Amazing. It is amazing. They had the Klitschko brothers. They have Usyk. It's amazing the heavyweight boxers that country has produced. Kudos to him. Wonderful job. There you go. Let's get on to the NBA. And let's start with the Lakers getting Marcus Smart. They bought him out in Washington. He had been in Boston for 7 years. They traded him to Memphis. I thought that was going to be a catastrophic mistake, but it ended up not being. Boston put in Drew Holiday. Everything kept going. Nothing to see here. And Memphis wasn't a good fit. He got traded, dumped on Washington. Washington bought him out. Now he's going to go to the Lakers. All right, we'll see how that goes. Bradley Beal, like we talked about the other day, is signed by the Clippers. He's got a 2-year deal. Now they're looking at CP3. I guess it's amazing. He split for Houston. I thought he left the Clippers in the lurch, in the middle of building Lob City. And all right, I guess we're going to bring him back. I don't know. Just trash on trash. That's all I can see. All right, let us get to what happened in Major League Baseball. The Blue Jays beat the Giants 6-3, and the Blue Jays just keep rolling. They're just playing some great baseball. 57-41. They're not even at 100 games. They got 57 wins. They are just playing some spectacular baseball. The Reds beat the Mets 5-2. Martinez gets your win for the Mets. The Marlins beat the Royals 3-1. The Phillies, I was watching this game. The Angels had them by the throat. Kyle Schwarber hits a grand slam. Ends that thing at 9-5 for the Phillies over the Angels. Johnson got your win. White Sox beat the Pirates. Break up the White Sox. They're playing some pretty good baseball. Gilbert gets your win. He's 3-1. They won 10-4. Nationals beat the Padres 4-2. Parker gets the win. He's a excellent 6-10 with a 5.0 ERA for the Nationals. And this is the team that fired their coach. They fired their GM. They're trying to figure out what's going on, but I don't know. They're 20 games under 500. Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for Colorado and the White Sox, this would be the worst team in baseball. The Rays beat the Orioles 4-3. The Rangers playing some good baseball. I told you going into the break, I'm prejudiced. I have the Rangers to get over 85 wins, and they were playing really good the last 2 weeks. The results weren't there. They were starting to hit. Rocker got the win tonight. They beat the Tigers 4-1. They take the first 2 games of that series. We shall see. I'm telling you, the Tigers can win this division. I know I'm talking crazy there, right? Yankees come back. They beat the Braves 12-9. Weaver gets your win for the Yankees. Red Sox. If you watch the podcast with Brian on Friday, he said this was a make or break series for the Red Sox. I don't really buy into that BS. But Brian is incredibly intelligent. I do respect his opinion. He thought this was going to be a watershed moment. Boy, the Red Sox lose the first 2, and not in a good way. The Cubs beat them 6-0. I did see on the telecast that they said that, according to Fangraphs, the Red Sox have the toughest schedule for the rest of the year. They leave here, they go play the Phillies, and then they're at home for the Dodgers. All right. How do you say 3 wins, 3-6? The Diamondbacks beat the Cardinals, and during the telecast tonight, they were really talking a lot about the Diamondbacks being the big sellers when the trade deadline comes up in less than 2 weeks. And the Rockies beat the Twins 10-6. Nice way to start the after All-Star break. They've already got 2 wins. It's pretty impressive. Nice to see what they're doing. And you know what? As we're doing this, it's Saturday night, to be honest with you, the Mariners and Astros are tied at 4. And the Brewers, going into the 9th, are up 8-7 on the Dodgers. We'll see how that all ends up. But if you could, hit that like and subscribe button. It means a lot to us. And we'll see you soon on Off the Rails Sports Podcast.